The Adventures of Snuggle and Fluffy. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a place called Plushville, where everything was soft and fluffy. In Plushville lived two best friends, Snuggle the teddy bear and Fluffy the bunny. Snuggle was a big, brown teddy bear with plushy fur and friendly, shiny button eyes. He loved telling stories and had a particularly cozy den inside a tree stump, where he often invited his friends for storytelling sessions. Fluffy, the bunny, was small and as white as freshly fallen snow. His ears were as soft as cotton balls, and he loved hopping through the meadows of Plushville. He was curious and enjoyed experiencing new adventures. One sunny day, Snuggle and Fluffy decided to go on an exciting adventure together. They wanted to explore the mysterious Plushville forest, which the other animals said was full of wonders and magic. The two friends packed their backpacks with jam sandwiches and a little bottle of lemonade, then set off into the forest. The forest was filled with tall trees that stretched their leaves to the sky and gently rustled in the wind. Birds sang cheerful songs as Snuggle and Fluffy ventured deeper into the woods. Suddenly, they heard a soft chuckling and saw a little stream trickling through the forest. Along its banks grew the most beautiful flowers in every imaginable color. Snuggle and Fluffy sat down by the shore, ate their jam sandwiches, and listened to the soothing babbling of the stream. After they had finished their small meals, they heard a mysterious humming. It was coming from a dense thicket ahead. Curious as ever, they decided to follow the humming sound. As they passed through the thicket, they found themselves in a magical flower garden. Here, flowers of all the colors of the rainbow were in full bloom, and butterflies danced merrily around. The two friends joined in and danced in a circle surrounded by all this beauty. Suddenly, as the sun slowly set in the sky, they heard a soft yawn. They looked around and discovered a tree stump that was the perfect place to sleep. Snuggle and Fluffy lay down next to each other and cuddled up closely as they gazed at the sky, painted with the most beautiful colors of the sunset. The stars began to twinkle in the sky, and the two friends became slowly drowsy. Snuggle closed his eyes and began to tell a story about a magical dreamland where adventure and friendship. And so, in the magical forest of Plushville, Snuggle and Fluffy fell asleep, surrounded by beauty and a thirst for adventure. Part 2. The Enchanted Quest. As the night deepened, Snuggle and Fluffy slept soundly in the heart of the magical Plushville forest. They dreamt of far-off lands and exciting adventures, of castles made of candy and friendly dragons that told riddles. But their dreams were soon interrupted by a soft, melodic voice. "Hello, little ones," said the voice. Snuggle and Fluffy stirred, rubbing their eyes as they woke up. Before them stood a graceful, glowing firefly. Its wings shimmered like stars, casting a gentle glow around them. "I am Lumi, the forest guardian," the firefly introduced itself. "I've been watching over this enchanted forest for many years. What brings you here?" Snuggle and Fluffy exchanged glances and told Lumi about their quest to explore the mysteries of the forest and their love for adventure. Lumi smiled warmly and said, "You have pure hearts and brave spirits. I will help you on your journey." With a wave of its glowing wings, Lumi illuminated a hidden path that led deeper into the forest. The path was lined with sparkling mushrooms and twinkling fireflies, creating a magical trail for the friends to follow. Along the way, they encountered talking trees, mischievous squirrels, and a giggling brook that played hide and seek with them. Each step brought new wonders, and Snuggle and Fluffy's hearts were filled After a while, they reached the heart of the forest, where a magnificent waterfall cascaded into a crystal-clear pool. On a rock by the pool sat a wise old owl named Hoot, who greeted them with a hoot of welcome. Hoot shared tales of the forest's history and its hidden treasures. He told them about the ancient tree of dreams, said to grant one wish to those who could find it. Snuggle and Fluffy's eyes lit up with excitement, and they knew they had to find this magical tree. With Hoot's guidance, they continued their journey, embarking on a quest to locate the Tree of Dreams. They encountered many challenges along the way, like crossing a wobbly rope bridge over a chasm, solving riddles from a friendly fox, and finding their way through a maze of glowing firefly lanterns. Finally, after what seemed like hours, they stumbled upon the Tree of Dreams. Its branches reached high into the sky, and its leaves shimmered with a radiant, dreamy light. Snuggle and Fluffy made a wish together, their hearts filled with hope and love. As they made their wish, the tree rustled its leaves, and a soft, soothing breeze enveloped them. It was a sign that their wish was granted. But with their hearts full of gratitude, they retraced their steps back to Lumi and Hoot, who congratulated them on their successful quest. They returned to the meadow where they had first met Lumi, and the firefly bade them farewell, promising to watch over them always. Snuggle and Fluffy made their way back home, their spirits lifted and their hearts full of stories to tell. They had discovered that true adventure lay not only in far-off lands, but also in the magic of friendship and the wonders of their own enchanted forest. And so, as the sun rose over Plushville, Snuggle and Fluffy returned, knowing that their dreams and adventures would continue, and that the world was full of magic and beauty for those with open hearts and curious spirits. Part 3. A Season of Surprises. After their enchanting journey to the Tree of Dreams, Snuggle and Fluffy returned to Plushville with their hearts brimming with stories of magic and wonder. They couldn't wait to share their tales with their friends and embark on new adventures. As the seasons changed, Plushville transformed into a tapestry of colors. The trees shed their leaves in brilliant hues of red, orange, and gold, and the air grew crisp with the promise of autumn. It was a season of surprises, and the friends were ready for whatever the world had in store. One crisp morning, Snuggle and Fluffy decided to visit their friend, Mr. Squirrel, in his cozy treehouse. Mr. Squirrel, with his bushy tail and wise eyes, was known as the keeper of surprises in Plushville. They climbed up the ladder to Mr. Squirrel's treehouse and were greeted with the delightful aroma of freshly baked acorn pies. Mr. Squirrel had a twinkle in his eye as he served them a slice of his famous pie. "Today," Mr. Squirrel began, "I have a surprise for you both." He handed them a map made of colorful leaves. "This is the Autumn Adventure Map. It will lead you to 3 hidden surprises in Plushville's Autumn Wonderland." Excitement surged through Snuggle and Fluffy as they examined the map. The first surprise was marked by a golden leaf, the second by a sparkling acorn, and the third by a rainbow-colored feather. With the map in hand, they set off on their autumn adventure. Their first stop was the Golden Grove, a forest where the trees were adorned with shimmering golden leaves. They marveled at the breathtaking beauty and collected a golden leaf as a keepsake. Their journey then took them to the sparkling acorn meadow, where the ground was covered in glistening acorns that shone like stars. They found a sparkling acorn and couldn't resist rolling it down a gentle slope, watching it twinkle as it went. Finally, they reached the Rainbow Feather Ridge, where a majestic bird with feathers of every color of the rainbow greeted them. It presented them with a rainbow-colored feather, a token of its friendship. With their 3 treasures in hand, Snuggle and Fluffy returned to Mr. Squirrel's treehouse, eager to share their discoveries. Mr. Squirrel was delighted and told them that these treasures symbolized the magic of friendship, adventure, and the changing seasons. As they enjoyed another slice of acorn pie, Snuggle, Fluffy, and Mr. Squirrel knew that the surprises of Plushville would never end. Each season brought new wonders and new stories to tell, and their friendship grew stronger with every adventure they undertook together. With full hearts and a taste of autumn on their lips, the friends bid farewell to Mr. Squirrel, looking forward to the next season and the adventures it would bring. And so, as autumn gave way to winter, and winter to spring, the adventures of Snuggle and Fluffy continued, filling their lives with warmth, joy, and endless surprises.